The prospect of war in 2022 is very high, from Taiwan in the Far East to the edge of Europe. Some conflicts are linked by unknown levels of collusion, whilst others have been simmering for a long time. There are 5 conflicts to watch out for in 2022. Throughout December 2020, Russia moved 100,000 troops to the border with Ukraine after NATO carried out a huge military exercise. It has now been 6 years since the Euromaidan protests led to the overthrow of the pro-Russian president. Russia has been unable to reverse this and fears NATO is entrenching itself in Ukraine. For Russia, Ukraine is an existential issue, and its loss would mean NATO is right up to Russia's borders, posing a threat to the Russian nation itself. China recently carried out an amphibious exercise around Hainan Island in the South China Sea. The island is only slightly smaller than Taiwan. This may have been a possible dress rehearsal for an invasion of Taiwan. For China, Taiwan is a rebel province that needs to be integrated into the mainland. The US has for long committed itself to assisting Taiwan and has regularly sold arms to Taiwan, much to the anger of China. But with a rapidly expanding military as well as capabilities, China is now openly putting on display its ambition to take over Taiwan. The balance of forces is now completely in China's favor, making Beijing all the more confident in reunification with Taiwan. Israel has held a consistent position against Iran and has consistently protested against US-Iran nuclear talks. Whilst President Trump ripped up the Iran nuclear deal, the Democrats revived talks, much to the ire of Israel. In between all of this, Iran has reached 60% uranium enrichment levels, the highest level ever. This may give Israel the incentive to carry out a preemptive strike to put back Iran's nuclear program. Tensions between both Algeria and Morocco, 2 neighbouring North African countries, have been growing over their claims to the Western Sahara. President Donald Trump recognized Morocco's claim over the Western Sahara as part of the deal of the century and Morocco's normalization with Israel. This agreement was much to Algeria's dismay, as it also has claims over the Western Sahara. Ever since, relations between Algeria and Morocco have gone downhill, with ambassadors being recalled, borders being closed, and airspaces being shut. Morocco has been increasing its military expenditures in a show of strength, whilst Algeria has refused to renew the contract for a gas pipeline that runs via Morocco to deliver gas to Spain. With tensions sky high and the previous war in 1975 not resolving the issue of who controls Western Sahara, the likelihood of war remains very high. Bosnia is facing its biggest crisis in 26 years. The 1994 Dayton Agreement was made in order to bring an end to the Bosnian War, one of the Yugoslav wars. The warring parties agreed to peace and to a single sovereign state known as Bosnia and Herzegovina. But Serb lawmakers have begun the process of withdrawing from key national institutions in Bosnia-Herzegovina, in effect seceding. The COVID-19 pandemic has hit the Balkans hard, bringing with it a sharp economic downturn. All of this has exacerbated the underlying issues.